Hello, how are you all? Today we will work on this problem which I'm going to share with you. A scientist is researching whether different living conditions in three different islands have supported the livelihoods of finches and turtles. The data collected are shown below. So there are three islands, A, B, and C, and two types of animals he or she is studying on finches and turtles. And the numbers in the different islands for the two different animals are given. So we have three rows of data for three islands and two columns for two kinds of animals. Okay. It says chi-square test was conducted resulting in chi-square equal to 8.93. Which of the following statements is best supported by this result? So we will read the first one and then move up. Chi-square is significant. P is less than 0.01. The conditions on an island will affect the livelihoods. Okay. So if we move up, the next one, chi-square is insignificant, comma, P less than 0.01. The conditions on an island is independent of the livelihoods. Part C, chi-square is significant, 0.01 less than P less than 0.05. That is, P is between 0.01 and 0.05. The conditions on an island can affect the livelihoods. Part D, chi-square is independent, is insignificant. Same probability value ranges from 0.01 to 0.05. The conditions on an island is independent of the livelihoods. And the last option is chi-square is not significant at 0.05 level. So we will move up and work on this problem. We notice there are three rows and two columns. So this is a chi-square test for independence. So let's go on the solution. Number of rows is 3, is R, and number of columns is 2 animals, row. So degrees of freedom for chi-square test of independence is R minus 1 times column minus 1, which is 3 minus 1 times 2 minus 1, which is 2 times 1 or 2. Okay. Now chi-square that has been calculated, if I create remove it up, the test statistic you might say is 8.93. So test statistic chi-square is equal to 8.93. Okay. So the null hypothesis is the row variable and column variable are independent are independent dependent, and H1, the alternate is the row variable and column variable are dependent. Are dependent. So if I move up a little bit, use TI-84 to find the p-value or probability value value to the right of 8.93 under the chi-square curve, chi-square distribution with df is equal to 2, with df equal to 2. Okay. Row minus 1 times column minus 1, 3 minus 1 is 2 times 2 minus 1 is 1, 2 times 1 is 2. So we can use TI-84 as I was saying. So how will I use TI-84? Please do not quit right away. I'll give you some important tip at the end of this program. So in TI-84, we press the second button, then the verse button, which is in the third row, and then we will scroll down with the down arrow key to chi-square CDF. Because this is a, let me see if I can do a better diagram than this. So this is the chi-square distribution. Okay, chi-square distribution. So we start from 0 and stretch to infinity or E99 on the right. My test statistic is chi-square is 8.93, somewhere over here. And my degrees of freedom is 2. So if I go down to chi-square CDF using second verse, CDF cumulative distribution function, second verse, and I scroll down to chi-square CDF, which is number 8 in my calculator, my lower, so I'm using chi-square CDF, my lower is 8.93, my upper is E stands for exponent or 10 to the power of E stands for 10 basically. So we press the second button in the calculator, then comma button, which is on top of the 7 button. This will give me the small capital E and then 99. Okay. My degrees of freedom, as I've mentioned before, is 2. And then I will bring the cursor down on paste and hit enter twice. Okay. So paste, enter, and enter. So this is the area, this is your p-value, area to the right of the test statistic. So if I move up a little bit, chi-square CDF gives me p-value is area to the right of the test statistic. Test statistic 8.93. P-value is 0.115. Now let's look at the options. So for that, I have to move up. So let's look at option A. Chi-square is insignificant, P is less than 0.01. That is not correct. Part B, chi-square is insignificant, P is less than 0.01. That is not true also. Part C, chi-square is significant, P is between 0.01 and 0.05. Our P value is 0.0115, which is between 0.01 and 0.05. The conditions on an island can affect the livelihood. That is what it is saying, that they are not independent. The living conditions in the islands and the livelihoods of these two animals are not independent, they're dependent. And so most likely C is the correct option. Let's look at the part D, says chi-square is insignificant. That is not correct. And part E says chi-square is not significant, also not correct. So the correct alternative is part C. Okay. So if I move down, Okay, and right here. So 0.01 less than P less than 0.05. So that means P is between 0.01 and 0.05. So chi-square is significant. So part C is the correct answer. Correct. Living conditions and likelihood. Likelihood and livelihood of those two animals are dependent, are independent. Okay, so let me give you some important hints. So what did I do? Let's walk to the top of the problem. Okay. We looked at the data. There are three rows, three islands, and two columns, two kinds of animals. So number of rows is three, number of columns is two. Degrees of freedom is row minus one times column minus one. Three minus one times two minus one is two times one is two. Test statistic chi-square is 8.93. What is this test statistic for? Null hypothesis, the row variable and column variables are independent. H1, the row variable and column variables are dependent. So we will use TI-84 to find p-value, which is the area, a probability value to the right of the test statistic under the chi-square distribution with degrees of freedom equal to 2. So we go to our calculator, do second verse, scroll down to chi-square CDF. My lower, I start my calculation from 8.93. My upper is a very large number on the right. So we write E99 for that, which is 10 or 1 followed by 99 zeros, 10 to the power of 99. Degrees of freedom is 2. Best, enter and enter. P-value is the area to the right of the test statistic. This p-value comes out as 0.0115. So P is between 0.01 and 0.05. So that means chi-square is significant. That means living conditions, which is the row variable, and the column variable, livelihood of the animals, are dependent. So the correct answer is part C. I stop here today. If you like my video, give me a thumbs up. If you do not like my video, give me a thumbs down, because I make large number of videos. Some of them are good, some of them are not so good. So if you feel like you did not learn anything from this, give me thumbs down. I'll learn from my mistake and I'll try to improve on this video. If you think you learned something and like this video, please give me thumbs up. If you like this video, share with your friends, you and your friends. Please subscribe to my channel by hitting the red subscribe button at the bottom right corner and let YouTube know that you'd like to be notified every time I upload a new video. I upload a new video almost every day, so please do not forget to watch me tomorrow. And again, please subscribe to my channel. You will get to see solutions for all kinds of problems. This will lower your math anxiety. I bet on that. Thank you. Thanks for watching. Take care. Have a nice day. See you next time.